If you are a Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this reading is for you. This is a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest for another Gemini. Okay, so I'm going to be doing current and the future energy, and then I'll do advice at the end. So for your current energy, I have the Magician in reverse. I am going to acknowledge it as that way. I have the Eight of Pentacles. I have the Seven of Swords, and I have the, Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Magician in reverse clarified with the Devil. I am seeing one of two things, or both can be true. With the Magician, that is you kind of like creating something, like kind of manifesting something, making something become a reality. So with the in reverse and with the Devil, I'm seeing that maybe you are trying to make something toxic work. You're trying to make it like kind of hold a lot of weight in your life. I am specifically getting that this is possibly a relationship that you're just trying to like make fit, make work, make last long, kind of make it like as a manifestation would be something that you're manifesting, but it's like not good for you. And I think that maybe you're just kind of trying to go against that and making it work regardless, but because it is toxic and it has this devil energy to it, I don't think it's supposed to work. And then if it's not that, I just think that someone is maybe just trying to manipulate you a little bit, a situation just isn't what it seems. It's, with this in reverse, I feel like it's what you see isn't the reality of it, if that makes sense. Then with the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, I feel like you are going to be like kind of realizing that. And I think that you're gonna be like working really hard to, the Ace of Cups is like love, to make something like flourish and to make it work, but I don't think that that's happening. Like, I think that you are trying really hard, you're working really hard at it, you want it to be like this loving and like caring thing, but it's not what it actually is. It's just you kind of trying to make it be that. And then with the Seven of Swords, I do see that there's a little bit more of like manipulation and lying, but I also see that you are probably going to be trying to move away from that energy, but I feel like it's not going to be something that's easy. It's going to be something that you're going to have to be kind of like going behind the scenes doing. You're going to be kind of having to just like plan it and do it strategically, because it's not going to be easy. Like, the person that you are opposing, or the person that you think that you have a partnership with, is opposing you at the end of the day, and you are going to have to kind of make moves without telling them, because it's like, maybe specifically if you tell this person like, hey, yeah, I don't think this is going to work out, they're going to manipulate you and be like, no, yeah, actually we can make it work, but otherwise. Because with the Knight of Swords, this situation is like really giving you a lot of anxiety, it's giving you a lot of trouble, it's something that like keeps you up at night, because you're kind of thinking about like, why are things going this way? Maybe like when you get a moment to be away from this person, you're kind of realizing like, actually, no, what you're telling me doesn't make sense. But I think that you're really catching on to that in this current moment, because then I see that like you are moving away from this. Like, I feel like you're going to kind of have a moment of realization where you're just like, why am I putting all of this work in trying to make this like an Ace of Cups moment when it's really toxic? And so you're going to be just like, okay, you know what, I'm over it, I'm gonna move away from this. And then once you move away from it, I think that you're going to kind of be getting the strength to, or maybe you don't even have the strength, but I feel like you are forcing yourself to make it seem as though you're over the situation, which you probably aren't, but I feel like you know that it's time to, so you're gonna be really putting up like boundaries. You're gonna be like really having to tap into your mental more than your emotion to kind of just like stop this person from playing with you. So yeah, sorry, I was trying not to make this like a lover relationship, I was trying to make it general, but when it boils down to it, I do think that this is like about a specific person. So sorry if you didn't want this to be a love reading. Let's do future energy. Okay, for your future energy, I have the Nine of Cups, I have Justice, I have the World, and I have the Wheel of Fortune. So what I am seeing, hold on, let me get these clarifications back down. Okay, so what I'm seeing with the Nine of Cups is that probably once you make this decision to put your boundaries up with this person, you're going to be really finding your happiness again. And I think that it doesn't have to be like an overly like happy, like, you know, the Nine of Cups. This person's just like content. And I feel like that's because you are finally having the time to kind of like rest and recover from this relationship. I feel like this is kind of an energy of like something maybe that's been going on for a while, and like I said, you've been trying to make it work, and then now that you're like, okay, I'm over it, you're resting now, because it's like you were just putting all your energy into making this work and it wasn't, and now you're like, okay, I can rest, I can be happy, I gave it my all, so I am happy with knowing that I gave it my all, and now I can just be resting, and I can just be recovering from this. Then with Justice and the Page of Wands, I also feel like, because like I said, you gave it your all, I think that you know that on your end things were fine, so you are like really just kind of content with that. Again, sorry, I'm using the word content, but I do think that you're content with the fact that you did what you could, you tried for as long as you could, and now it's like things are a little bit more balanced, and you feel like you got your justice from the situation. Like, you see things for what they are now, you can move on from it. And with the Page of Wands, I'm seeing that maybe like this ending this situation, and then after getting this time of like healing and recovery, you're kind of ready to like go out into the world again with like a new spark of inspiration. Maybe before that, like devil energy was kind of just like draining you, and like I said, you were putting all your work into it, so you couldn't really focus on anything else. But now you have like a new just like spark of energy, and you're like, okay, yeah, like let's get things going, let's see what's next in life for me, because this was kind of holding me back for a minute. And then with the World and the Page of Pentacles, I specifically see that you are like ready to, like, this is a moment of like you ending something. So like you ended this cycle with this person. And so now you are just kind of like open to and ready to receive whatever else is coming for you. And I see with the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit, like your next chapter of life, or the next cycle that you're about to enter, I think is a little more introspection. Like, I feel like maybe now you're like, okay, although I am inspired to move forward and I'm excited about what's coming next, I do need to kind of take a minute to just reflect on everything that kind of just happened within the last chapter of my life. And I'm gonna go inwards and do a little bit of work, and I am really going to just try to maybe fix things a little bit. That way, moving forward, I can be my best self. I just think that there's like some kind of like self-reflection that's going to be going on. Also, the Hermit is a card of Virgo, so maybe this is like something to do with a Virgo, but it doesn't have to be. Let's see. I'm also going to do an advice card. Advice for Gemini. That was quick. Okay, and I got the Five of Swords. Yeah, the Five of Swords is a little bit about like self-awareness when it comes to advice. So I'm thinking that this is like being self-aware enough to know like where you are wrong, but also to see when someone is manipulating you. It's a little bit kind of like telling you to maybe like watch your back a little bit, and to just be very vigilant. Also with the Hermit as like our last card, I feel like I said, you're about to enter a time of like introspection. So maybe the Five of Wands is just saying that like when you do go inwards, not to be afraid to just like confront things head on within yourself, and to be honest about things within yourself. That way you can just do your best at like this little self journey that I think that you're about to enter. But also, yeah, the swords, there's a lot of swords energy in here, so I feel like also just be like very aware when someone else is trying to manipulate you. I hope that reached a Gemini who needed to hear it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.